Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Oman branch IRSM meeting. I'm happy to say we've got Ms. Lamis from PASMA, who will be presenting tonight on the ISO 1004 standard, which is a new standard for mobile towers. Before we have Ms. Lamis' presentation, we'll just go through some housekeeping rules. Oh, this is the wrong presentation. I apologise.
Frank, I'm sharing my screen, so
this is a presentation, yeah. So during the meeting, if you can keep your microphone on silent, if you can place your mobile phones on silent, and if you have to take a call, obviously do so. And if you want to speak, please raise your hand. As I said, we're privileged to have Ms. Lamis from PASMA to do our presentation this evening. We'll discuss our branch strategy and the way forward for the branch. We'll also discuss IRSM's updates from the UK, and we'll have questions and answers at the end. We plan to have monthly meetings on the last Wednesday of the month. I placed a poll on the LinkedIn page and requesting the members to fill the poll out whether they would like meetings monthly or quarterly. Please take part in the poll. It's your poll, it's your meetings, and we want to tailor the meetings to the members. Over the next few months, we'll be looking at forming a small committee from the branch volunteers. We're looking at a chairperson, a secretary, and a person in charge of communications. We need these positions so as we can develop our branch, and as the branch grows, we will introduce different positions. However, these are critical for the success of the branch at present. Our social media LinkedIn group has grown in the last 2 weeks from 9 members to 77 members. Please go into the LinkedIn group. I'm updating it with videos and with information. The information is for the members and non-members, and it's free. There's a lot of good information being posted on it, some good videos, and you can download these videos and use them in your own workplace. The idea of the branch is for us to be collaborative and informative and to share our information, not just amongst the members in Oman, but across the wider footprint and global footprint of IRSM. We have the International Branch Leaders Group, where we are now starting to share information across different regions. Currently, we're talking in the GCC and Africa and Asia, and we plan to expand this out as our memberships grow and we grow in different countries. The branch webpage has been developed now. Please visit it, and that's thanks to the UK team. And also, there's a lot of free webinars which you can register for on the IRSM website. Look out for the Sentinel magazine. There's a lot of useful articles, and in the July edition, there will be one about student membership, and there's a student from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has written an article to go into the magazine. So tonight, the 30th of June, we have our Zoom meeting. Ms. Lamis from PASMA. As I said, that's the ISO 1004 standards for mobile towers. Then next month, we are fortunate, we've got Mr. Jason Woods from iPath, and that will be about the Halo for safety. It's a new technology helmet when working on MUPS or scissor lists. And then on the 25th of August, we will have a presentation from myself on COVID-19 and the impacts of the economy. I'll now hand you over to Ms. Lamis for her presentation.
Thank you, Frank. Lamis, I'm just sending you a request to share your screen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not sure if
yeah, we
if
can
you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
You can see my screen. Is that the
Yes.
I can't see, so that's
yeah. We can see your desktop. So you just need to open the PowerPoint presentation.
Okay, just give me a second because I can't see my screen for some reason.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
there.
can just see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. 1 second again. I've lost my screen. Can you still see it? Apologies,
yes.
everybody. Good evening, and apologies, everybody, because I've lost my screen, but I have a printout of the copy, so I'll try to be good at navigating it.
As you go through, Lamis, if you just ask Suzanne to go to the next slide, she will flick to the next slide for you.
Oh no, I won't be able to do that as I don't have a copy. But can you not press the next button, Lamis, on your keyboard?
Tell me, has it moved?
Not yet. Maybe try to click on your screen.
So I can see it. It's under my other screen. Oh, there. Okay, now I can see it.
Yeah.
Something's obviously happened. Okay. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for having me at your branch meeting. Last time I was at your branch meeting in Oman, it was in Salalah in April 2019. So it's a very long time. And the plan was for me to attend some meetings as a minimum once a year. However, we've all know that we've had a strange year last year and it was lost. But I am happy to be back. I know it's strange via a web link, but hopefully sometime in the future we'll be meeting face to face. So today I will talk about EN 1004, but before that I'd like to give you a very brief introduction about PASMA and myself, just in case there are attendees today who don't know PASMA. So PASMA is the prefabricated access suppliers and manufacturers association. We are an international not-for-profit industry body for mobile access towers. Now you might sometimes call them mobile scaffolds. We promote the safe use of mobile access towers and are a recognized authority. So in the UK, we work very closely with the Health and Safety Executive, and in other parts of the world, we work internationally with regulators or local authorities. In Oman, we work closely with PDO and OPAL at the moment. Mobile access towers, they allow safe work at height. They're made of prefabricated components, clipped together with no need for any tools, come in a kit form. So all the kits should come in one as such box, as to say, and it comes with detailed instruction manuals. So this is really what makes a mobile tower in a very simplistic terminology. And this is how it brings us now to the topic we're going to cover now, because for towers to be built, they must be designed, and the manufacturers must follow a standard. Now, I say must follow, it doesn't mean everybody does follow the standard. The standard is not an international standard. Just to clarify, it's not an ISO 1004. It's EN or BS, so British Standards European Standard 1004 for mobile access and working towers made of prefabricated elements. It is meant for manufacturers, so the manufacturers meant to follow the standard when designing their towers. And then the manufacturers obtain a product conformity certificate that states that the towers have been tested to the standard. The standard has been revised and the new revision was published in November last year, replacing the current revision, which was published in 2004. The new standard is changed name as well, so it's called now BSEN 1004 Part 1. So as you can see in on the slide, it's /1 2020. The reason it's called Part 1 because there is a Part 2 and a Part 3 coming along as well. The Part 2 will be the BSEN 1298, which was the standard for writing the manual. As you can see, if I'm going to flick back here, so this talks about the design, but it also says that the manufacturer must supply a manual, and the manual must be written in accordance with BSEN 1298. However, this will be changing within the next 18 months, and that standard will be called Part 2. So there are other changes coming. And the BSEN Part 3 will cover actually towers for platforms at 2 meters, so low level access. So the BSEN 1004 that was published in 2004 edition and the 2020 edition is still available until November 2021. It will be withdrawn and made obsolete in November 2021, and that's when the suppliers will have to ensure that they've already designed or changed some of the designs to the new standard. Now, obviously, I don't know if anyone here works in manufacturing, but if you're not and you are the end user or possibly a supplier, what's important for you is to know that the standard has changed and that you request that your new towers that you are getting are designed to the new standard. So what's new in the standard? One second, let me just. So the original standard used to cover towers from 2.5 meters up to 8 meters outdoors or 12 meters indoors. The maximum height, so the upper level, the 8 meters outdoors, 12 meters indoors, has not changed. However, what has changed is that now it covers all towers from ground level. So even those that low level will be covered by the same design. And everything below 2 meters will be covered. So this is the main change for the new standard. So the mobile towers are freestanding single base structures with 4 legs on wheels. This is what makes them mobile or mobile scaffold. They are on wheels and they do move. The standard also emphasizes that it is for temporary short duration tasks. It is not for long durations, and it's not for complex tasks. So you do see them a lot in facilities management, in maintenance work, in some lower level within construction. You do see towers often because it is for temporary and short duration tasks. They can be relocated and dismantled very quickly if the wind exceeds the maximum limit. This wasn't initially part of the design, but now the design stipulates that designers should take into consideration what if the weather changes very quickly and we have a tower that is already assembled, that we should be able to move it indoors, for example, or dismantle it quickly rather than just keep it standing in windy conditions. They have only one working platform at a time and should not be used with fall arrest equipment. So this is an interesting point, and I don't know about Oman, but as I work a lot in the UAE and in Qatar, this has been always a debatable point that some organizations insist that users of mobile towers wear harnesses, where EN 1004 now clearly stipulates that you cannot use a harness or a fall protection harness, full body harness, when using a tower, because if you fall, you take the tower with you. You can use what we call lanyards that stop you from moving from one area to the next. However, you cannot use a full body harness, and so on. So there are a lot of new areas that the standard covers, and it is a standard that, again, manufacturers should be aware of, and manufacturers should take into consideration when they write the manual. Now, as users, as end users, always ask for the manual. Always assemble and dismantle and use your towers using those manuals, because they've been developed in accordance to a standard and to a specific design. So these are the changes now, more technical changes. So the maximum distance between the two platforms has been shortened, where it used to be before 4.2 meters, it has now reduced to 2.5 meters. The maximum distance between the ground level and the first platform has been reduced from 4.6 meters to 3.4 meters. there are now requirements in the designs to prevent caster wheels accidentally falling out. Really what the changes in this standard have been. There have been a collection of what the industry has said or has seen that requires updating. And this is where it comes from. That for those of you who actually use towers, you probably recognize the need for this and probably sometimes questions why some caster wheels accidentally fall out and so on. There is a requirement now that the design includes some way of being able to secure both ends of the tower so that it doesn't fall during the wind and so on. There's also now inclusion of AGR requirements into the design in the EN 1004, where previously this wasn't there because AGR is a new technology, so it wasn't there before 2004. And requirements for alternative means of access for below 2 meters. Just to clarify for those who don't know what AGR is, AGR stands for Advanced Guardrail System. I do know that they were available, or some maybe suppliers do supply them in Oman, but they are very, very uncommon in the Middle East in general. So most of you most likely would only see the traditional towers, which use the 3T through the trap access means. So what's happening in preparation for November 2021? Manufacturers have been asked, and this is really why the time that is being given, that they can revise their designs where necessary in preparation for the transition from the 2004 version to the 2020 version. This also will give them time to revise their instruction manuals where required. And it for those who were manufacturing low-level towers or room scaffolds will now have time to look at what are their designs and whether their designs need to be changed, because there is now a standard that covers low level as well. So really, I'll just go back one step. These are the main changes to the standard. So the standard is a European standard, is the only known standard that covers purely and only mobile access towers. In the States, there is an ANSI standard, but it does not cover the tower as a full. It covers some components of the towers, not a full tower. The same standard, EN 1004, is also adopted in Singapore, South Africa, Malaysia, and other countries. So they use exactly the same standard. Obviously, they have changed the ENBS to where in South Africa it will be ZAF 1004 and so on. Again, as end users, is making sure that the towers that not the towers that you already have, obviously the ones you have them, but the one you're purchasing or ordering, new ones, conform to the new standard coming from November 2021. A little more about the PASMA, really, as I'm speaking to RSM members. I just wanted to let you know that we work very closely with the RSM, and we do have benefits to RSM members. You can find or you can sign up to them on the RSM website. If you sign up there, you do need, though, your RSM membership number. You'll have access to this safety practitioner zone. And in there, there'll be different topics, different information. It's like a portal, toolbox, short toolbox talks that you can use. For example, in your company, short videos, tower guides, and so on, and posters that you can print out. So do utilize that, because it is actually a RSM members benefit. In Oman, our presence, so I did mention that we work with PDO and Nepal, but that's more on the standards and the requirements level. We do have members, training members in Oman. They provide PASMA training. So PASMA develops training, and our members provide the training. We do not provide training ourselves. We have NTI, the National Training Institute, and STS, Special Technical Services, the two members that provide PASMA training in Oman. I think that's it, really. Any questions? I don't know how you take questions, but I am available for any questions. You can email them to me, or you can send them on the WhatsApp. I'm available on WhatsApp, and I'll then send you a private message as an answer. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Lamis. Regarding your questions, everyone, if you have any questions, you can pop it in the chat function, or you can just raise your hand if you have any questions right now, and we can unmute you to speak. I'm just going to hand over to Frank now. Thank you, Lamis.
Thank you.
Frank, you're just muted at the moment. We can't hear you, just to let you know.
Sorry. I'd just like to say thank you for Lamis for coming along tonight to share the informative information on mobile towers. We will have more professional bodies speaking at our meetings. Please do go in and look at the PASMA website. There's a lot of useful information there. I have used it. If you're unsure about anything, drop Lamis a message. There's a host of people behind Lamis that can support. If Lamis is not unable to answer questions, most of the questions she will be able to answer, but no one knows everything. So please use these functions to support your employees and contractors, but also to support your company. Mobile towers, there are still incidents and accidents happening with mobile towers. In Oman, we still have a thing where people on mobile towers wear fall arrest or fall restraint systems. As Lamis alluded to, if that system you fall, the tower will come with you. And in most cases, you will hit the ground before the fall arrest system actually deploys, because you need 6.5 meters of clear space. So we'll move on to the remainder of the agenda. So the Oman branch, as I said, we're going to form a committee. We need people to volunteer for this. it's important that we have some volunteers, and you can volunteer by sending an email to myself or on the WhatsApp group to myself. And as I said, the positions are the chairperson, communications, and the secretary at present. Please volunteer, please support the branch. Membership, we are still driving forward to increase our membership, and it's good to see there are more people attending the meeting tonight. What I would ask everyone to do is for our next meeting is to bring along a friend or a colleague, and the information is free. It's 1 hour approximately, and it costs nothing, and you can use it against your CPD. So if you're a member of IOSH or IRSM, you have to have CPD, so you get your CPD points. So please encourage friends to come along with you. They don't have to be members. They can gauge the information. Also, we will drive membership forward to try and improve the numbers of members we have in Oman, not just individual members, but corporate membership. So getting companies engaged with the organisation. And now is a good time because COVID has opened up all our companies' eyes to crisis management and risk management. And everyone thought COVID, it will last a few weeks, it will go away. We are now into our 16th month, and it has grounded many industries, the airline industries, the hotel industry, along with others, the retail industry, barbershops. So now is the time to actually sit back with your senior management and talk about risk management. And you have a ready-made platform sitting here in Oman that you can go to and get information and at the same time become members. As I said, at the next branch meeting, we will have the Halo for Safety, which is a new innovative technology used when working on mobile elevated work platforms or scissor lifts that stops the employee when operating equipment head coming in contact with any object. It sends a warning to the operator that they're close to a strike object, and it can stop crushing or injuries when working from this type of equipment. Also, at the next meeting, we will have a presentation on emerging risk leaders. This is a new group that's been formed. And again, it's at a good time because the emerging risk leaders will cover risks within your company, and they're looking for companies to profile and risk areas that they can do case studies on. This is free to any company that wishes to apply, and I will certainly speak to my CEO to get permission to participate in this. And again, it's at no cost, and it supports your company during the risk program. The Oman branch will support all its members. However, support is two ways. We will support you, but in return, we need people to support the branch. As I said, it was good tonight. We had more people at the meeting. We hopefully at the next meeting can double that by bringing a friend along. And the idea would be to try and increase our membership at meetings by about 20%. Also, support the IRSM page on LinkedIn by going there and answering any of our polls, looking at the videos, and commenting on what we are doing. If you're not happy with something, let us know. If we don't know, there's nothing we can do. We won't always get it right, but we need feedback. Where are we going wrong? How can we improve? All very important. If you don't want to speak to me, you can speak to Dina, Suzanne, or Donna through the UK IRSM website. You can send messages. Also, on the IRSM website, we have our own Oman branch page now, and I will continue to update that, looking at how we push that forward to get more visits to our website, to get more meaningful information. This is the start of the journey. To make the journey last, we all have to be engaged, we all have to communicate, and we all have to be prepared to give a little bit of our time to support not just the Oman branch, but the UK branch in the endeavours that they are doing. Over the next few months, you will see a lot of changes within IRSM in the UK. These are changes for the better. There's restructuring of the manpower. There is the new certificate in risk management has just been launched, and the pilot is now underway. There is a lot of things happening. So please go and visit the website. It takes maybe 5 minutes. Go and research things on the website. That's all I've got for you this evening. If anyone has any questions, please raise your hand or put a question in the box and I will endeavour to answer it. Before that, I'll just see if Suzanne has anything she wants to add. Suzanne?
Yes, yep. Thank you, Frank. I just want to say thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Lamis, for a very informative presentation, and Frank for chairing this meeting. And if you have any questions, like Frank said, you could send a message to myself, Donna, or any Dina, or anyone from the RSM team, and we are happy to help your inquiry.
Has anyone got any questions before we finish?
There is no questions at the moment, but if you would like to ask a question, everyone, you can just pop on the chat or you can raise your hand and we can unmute you. Okay, so I don't think there's any more questions.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all again in the meeting in July. We will send the agenda out and also the link for the presentations. So have a safe night and we will see you all soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Lamis. Thanks, Frank.
Thank
Bye.
you, Lamis.
Bye-bye.